feeling of pain, annoyed, and discouraging that's more in line with how Draymond Green would characterize the 2 seasons between the Golden State Warriors' most recent appearance in the NBA Finals in 2019 and this season's run to the championship series after their victory over the Dallas Mavericks on Sunday in the Western Conference Finals, which ended 109-100. However, there is one memory from the previous 2 seasons that keeps surfacing. When asked about the team missing the playoffs the previous 2 seasons, Green told ESPN Williamson, "None of these folks truly removed us from this area. The Golden State Warriors' time is up, but nobody really came and stated it after Toronto defeated us." Hello, everyone, and welcome back to NBA Reloaded. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for the latest updates about NBA's news, players, and their lifestyle. With that being said, let's get started. For all of his bravado and swagger, it's simple to overlook the fact that Green has consistently been one of the NBA's most keen observers. So what were the things which were going on with the Warriors? And why are there many known players who are into this? Is this going to be an end for Warriors? While Green, Klay Thompson, and Stephen Curry missed all, or a sizable portion of the season due to injuries, the Warriors struggled to the worst record in the league and lost the NBA championship to the Los Angeles Lakers in 2020. The Warriors were striving to develop their young players to give their core another opportunity to compete on the biggest platform when the Milwaukee Bucks won the championship the previous season. The NBA future has been staked out this season by youthful teams and superstars like the 3 teams the Warriors have faced in the playoffs. However, no group or team has come close to ousting the Warriors from their historic position. Golden State defeated the Denver Nuggets and Nikola Jokic, the 2-time defending MVP, in the opening round. They defeated the Memphis Grizzlies in the second round, a club that has frequently been likened to them, even directly, as Dylan Brooks brashly stated, during the early years of their dynasty. The Warriors have treated Mavericks superstar Luka Doncic in these conference finals the same way they used to treat LeBron James. They have conceded his brilliance and acknowledged that he will likely score 40 or more points regardless of what they do defensively. Green described the Mavs All-Star, who scored 40 points on Sunday but finished with a -19 rating in 40 minutes, as amazing. It is now his turn. Next is his turn. He is a fantastic player and will continue to be so for a very long time. The Warriors prevailed by restricting everyone else, like they did in 3 of their 4 finals games against James. On Sunday, they only allowed Doncic's teammates to shoot 35% from the field and a dismal 25% from beyond the arc, according to ESPN Stats and Information. This is the 3rd time in these playoffs that Doncic has scored 40 points or more in a defeat, tying LeBron James 2009, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar 1977, and Jerry West 1965 for the most in a single postseason. Much will be written and spoken about how the Warriors recast and reinvented themselves to return to this stage during the coming weeks. Green said to Williamson, "We didn't leave the space because we just got too elderly to do it. All of us went our separate ways, so we didn't leave the area. Klay Thompson was gone, then he was gone again, and Andre Iguodala wasn't there, so we left the area. Steph Curry was then benched. Due to the fact that we could no longer occupy the place, we didn't leave it." Of course, one significant member of the Warriors dynasty, Green, was not included in this research. Kevin Durant, the player who played for the Brooklyn Nets after departing as a free agent in 2019, won back-to-back Finals MVP awards in 2017 and 2018. Green's oversight, or a subliminal memory that the Warriors won a championship in 2014-15 and a single-season record 73 games in 2015-16 prior to the arrival of Durant, could be the cause of this. This series has featured a lot of play in the early Warriors style. The NBA's most democratic, aesthetically attractive offense was played by the Warriors, who rose to prominence by utilizing their length, talent, and intelligence to play stifling defense. Additionally, they completely destroyed their opponents in the 3rd quarter. On Sunday night, Golden State expanded a 48-47 advantage at the half into a 78-68 advantage going into the 4th. The Warriors have outscored the Mavericks by 10.3 points per game in the 3rd quarter of this series, according to ESPN Stats and Information. that is on track to surpass the 9.7 points they outscored the Houston Rockets by in the third quarter of the 2018 Conference Finals as Warriors' highest such differential in any series under coach Steve Kerr. Compared to this or any of their other Conference Finals games, that 7-game series was much closer. Since winning Game 7 in Houston in 2018, Golden State has won 9 consecutive games in the Conference Finals. Curry, who finished with 31 points, 11 assists, and 5 rebounds, stated it wasn't motivation for the team to win one postseason series, let alone where they are now. The fact that we can approach things differently thrills me more. The reason for returning to this stage is that we have the chance to pursue a finals participation after a 2-year break, with our core group and a fresh group of players. Despite a 2-season break, the 9 consecutive victories in the conference finals are connected by a through line. As the series progresses, the Warriors usually become stronger while also taking advantage of whatever vulnerabilities their adversaries may have. The Mavericks' lack of rim protection has been exposed by Golden State in this series, and according to team sources, Dallas will focus on improving this in the offseason. The Warriors are shooting 72.6% on layups and dunks in this series, according to Second Spectrum tracking, which is on pace to be the second highest percentage in a single series by any team since player tracking started in 2013-14. They made 68.8% of their layups and dunks on Sunday. On 11 of those occasions, Doncic was the closest defender, and he was a porous man, allowing 10 layups or dunks, including Andrew Wiggins' throwdown dunk on him with 6:38 left in the game. The 10 makes are the most Doncic has ever given up in a game, while the 11 layup attempts are tied for the second most in a game in his career, most in his postseason career. That reflects both Doncic's specific defensive weaknesses and the Warriors' emphasis on making him exert effort on that side of the court. Doncic stated, "I'm still learning. When the season is through, whenever that may be, I believe I will reflect and learn a lot. In the NBA, this is my first conference finals. But the Warriors have visited this location numerous times previously. It seems like they never actually departed from the way they are playing right now." The Golden State Warriors weren't expected to win another championship in 2020 going into this year's campaign. Things were never going to be the same after Kevin Durant left in free agency and Splash brother Klay Thompson tore his ACL during the NBA Finals. Even yet, you probably didn't anticipate this, even if you didn't believe a championship was on the horizon. This naturally refers to the fact that the Warriors have yet to even hold a lead this season after 2 dreadful losses. Even though the Los Angeles Clippers had arguably the finest player in the world on their roster, the first loss against them was embarrassing but perhaps acceptable. The second loss, a 28-point loss to a Thunder club with a fresh look that had dropped its first 2 games, was concerning. The issue has been with the supporting cast. There is simply not enough depth surrounding Stephen Curry, Draymond Green, and D'Angelo Russell at this time to inspire much confidence, since 6 of the team's players are either playing in their first or second NBA season. Because Golden State could erase deficits like a pair of late-night infomercial steak knives, Warriors coach Steve Kerr once had the luxury of resting all of his all-star players at once. However, without Thompson as a constant off-ball threat, this attack obviously lacks the same amount of firepower. The Warriors, as we knew them, were long gone, and many of the players who quietly made Golden State exceptional, like their outstanding switch-everything defense, were no longer on the team. Indeed, after 2 games, the Warriors' defense is by far the worst in the NBA, allowing opponents to hit nearly 88% of their shots from inside of 3 feet. So what do you think about this? Will Warriors bounce back? And is this going to affect their team? Well, this brings us to the end of the video. If you enjoyed watching, do like this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more insightful content from us. We'll see you at the next one. Until then, peace.